Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be cash planning and stuffing $2,300 into our sinking funds and savings. So we are going to get right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I am a wife and a mother of one and expecting our second in November. And on here, I do all things cashless budgeting. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So we are going to get in and start stuffing our cashless envelopes. All of our savings sits in our ally savings accounts. We use their buckets to separate the money, and that is what we are using to save for our high yield savings account. If you're interested in getting a ally savings account, I do have my link below. I do get like a referral bonus if you sign up and put money into your account. So let's get into the get in, y'all, and let's talk about all of the things. Let me drink some water first. And we're going to start off with entertainment. So entertainment is getting $140. I probably should do this. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So 70 and 70. Okay. So we are putting some money into our entertainment bucket here because we are planning on going on a little trip in at the beginning of May. So we're going to need money for the tickets, driving, eating, all of the things. And then I'm trying to think if there was anything else in May. I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, and then for Memorial Day, which is really at the end of the month, I normally always just buy like food that we don't normally buy on a regular basis to cook to celebrate Memorial Day. So I'm just trying to make sure there's some money in here to be able to cover those expenses. Because I'm not sure, but this might be our last like big trip while I am pregnant, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just tired. So everything sounds like too much for me, to be very honest. So we are now at $263.96. So that is some good money in there for entertainment. Next is going to be health. My goal is to at least save about $800 or more in our health medical fund. And so we are going to be putting in 200. So we're going to be doing 2 rows of these hearts. I know that I still have just a few $100s left to pay on my out-of-pocket annual. And so these next couple of visits and things like that will need to come out of pocket. So I just want to make sure I have the money. I do also have to see a cardiologist, so I know that I'm gonna have to pay for that as well too. So getting ahead. The good thing is that this makes that once we get closer to baby, that I won't have to come out of pocket for that. So we are currently at $563.98 for health. So we're doing good. And I should get to probably more than $800 based on where I'm at. Whew, I don't know why, but I'm so breathless, y'all. Next is going to be car maintenance. And for car maintenance, we're just slowly saving up some money in here. We're going to be putting in $25. So we're going to color in 5 of these. I know my husband's been saying that I need some new tires. Now, I don't know when that's going to happen, but let me just start putting some money aside because you go from one thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to another real quick. And I like saving up money in here too because I want to get my car cleaned. And the people who clean it's like $45, $50, and they do such a good job. And so I don't have to go every month, but every so often, it is so nice to just go and get my car cleaned. For pet, we are putting in $25, so we're just going to color in one of these. I think I said this the last time, but I'm thinking of turning this into a spending account so I can just spend freely, especially when we're buying veggies and food for our bearded dragon. And I think I would feel it would make it easier for me to go and spend, like, I'm saving right now to pretty much redo his cage. I've been trying to redo his cage since like 2018, y'all. So hear me out. And so I think doing that would just give me more willpower. I don't know. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. This is getting $125, and we will be completing this. What am I trying to say? This savings challenge, which I'm so happy about because this challenge will bring us to $415.81 in our house maintenance, which is really good because what I'm trying to do right now, you guys, over the next couple of months is really just try to save up in some of these categories. Like, I don't always spend out of house maintenance, but I want to make sure that we have at least $500 in there. I think that would make me feel good. And then just knowing that if we need to purchase something, there's something in there. And I don't always have to put like an exorbitant amount of money in there to try to catch up to cover anything. So these are one of those things that I'm like, I have the money now. Let's just go ahead and take care of it. And then I don't have to keep like dragging it out over the next several months since we have a lot of things that we need to take care of. So this is complete and I'm just going to put it over here. And like I said, home maintenance is now at $415, and I will need to make another savings challenge so we can just slowly start working on putting money in there. Next is going to be rainy day funds, but we're not putting anything in there. We're going to go to our emergency fund. The goal, y'all, is to just work on this. Originally at the beginning of the month, not the month, the year, the goal was to just get to 2,000 by the end of the year. Oh, excuse me, y'all. And that was before I knew I was pregnant and before things just started going real south in the economy. So we are putting $390 to our emergency fund. We are going to just put as much money as we can in there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Equals 280. So 140 plus 120 equals 260. I'm trying to think how much. 130. Okay. So we'll color in this last one. This is where it will end. Okay, y'all. So yeah, we're just trying to put all of the money that I can and just have somewhat of a working emergency fund. This is currently bringing us to $2,077. So stinking happy about that. I think this is the furthest I've gotten in our emergency fund for just like the household itself, not maybe in general, but so it's nice to see that. I don't want to talk too much because I feel like every time I get some few dollars in there, something happens. So we're putting that in there and we're just going to work through it, especially now since I did have to use some of our 1 month ahead buffer to cover off escrow for our mortgage, which we are going to be building that back up, and I'll show you guys what we plan on doing for that. So yeah, join this ride, y'all. Join this ride. And you will see all of the things. Okay, so we got that in there, $390 into the emergency fund. There's no additional money in baby girl. And that is it for this binder. Now we are gonna go into my future binder, and let's go in here. So nothing for baby girl's education, which I think I'm gonna have to change this to kids education, but we are saving for baby. So baby is going to be getting $175, and this money is going to be going towards our actual baby fund. So I don't know when that video is going to come out. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know which video is going to come out first, but I did a baby budget video where I talked about our goal kind of is to save about $1,750 to be able to buy all of the things that we need for this second baby. And so that is what that is for just all things baby. For home projects, we are putting in $45. We are working our way up in that. Y'all, our insurance once again denied our claim to get a new roof. So I think we're going to have to pay for a roof out of pocket, and telling you that just makes me want to cry. Because I'm just we can't afford to add more onto our plate. I can't. So we'll see how that goes. Next is going to be insurance. We are putting $360 into car insurance. And when I do this math, that is 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we're doing that. I am trying to build up the money now so that I don't need to stretch this money over months on months on months. And save up for my car insurance now. I did look into other car insurances to see if I could find something cheaper and making the money that I'm saving last longer instead of just for one 6-month policy. I did find one that I potentially think might work, and I might switch over to it because right now saving money is all that matters. And if I could save $400 or $500 on a 6-month policy, then that is what I am going to do. Like I said, I just hate having to switch and do all of the things, but right now, that is a lot of money that I could be saving. Next is going to be taxes, and we are going to be putting $80 into taxes. And so this will cover for if they're able to get our tax rate down. Well, not maybe our tax rate, but get our taxes down like they did last year, to cover that payment, plus putting extra money into escrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what really had was when they originally pulled it, the numbers matched with whatever they thought that it should match, and that's why it went down as far as it did, even though I kept calculating and thinking that I still was going to owe some money. But I'm like, hey, I'm not going to argue with y'all. But then after they paid out everything, then they did another analysis and said that, this is what we ended up paying, and then we're projecting a little bit more. And so that is where we are. I don't regret anything that I did one way or the other, because that money was able to be used for something good. It's not like I went and did craziness with it. So that was everything for my like future binder. Next is going to be my miscellaneous binder. And in here we have our debt. So I do need to do a video. This is going to be a very late one, but I had originally took out a personal Wells Fargo loan to consolidate the two cards that we had for our household debt so that I can just pay one like bill each month and just work that way, because one of the cards, the interest free was going to end and I didn't want to get all of that interest put on the card. Well, then like a month later, I get a better offer for a personal loan that's saving me over 10% in interest. And that is going to be almost like $100 and something in interest that I would save. So I paid off that old loan and went to this new loan. It is what it is. It's about saving money and doing what works for our family. So I did that. Hence, everything is still fine. Like we still owe just what we owe. But with this debt, we are going to be able to, we're putting $90 in here. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 60. Yeah, 90. Y'all don't listen to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 30, 60, 90. Okay, there we go. We're going to be putting $90 and closing this out. So what I'm going to be doing is to still help us, since we're not too focused on trying to pay off debt right now, we're in savings mode. I am going to go to a trusty method that has worked for me in the past. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be paying that loan every 2 weeks. And this is going to help me start that off. So we'll pay our original bill at the end of the month, end of April. And then at the beginning of May-ish, we will use this money from this savings challenge to start off that 2-month like payment, and will kind of be a half a payment ahead. And that will help with reducing how much interest we have to pay every 2 weeks. And we're paying just a few dollars more than what it's actually required. So that will help as well too. So that is what we're doing. And this is fully funded. So we have $216 that is going to be going into our account to be able to start our debt snowball. So super excited about that. I'm gonna put this back here, and I'm just leaving that here so that I know when I reconcile it in at the end of the month. And then next we have spending. And this is money to go into our actual spending account so that we have money to spend, whether I need to pick up little knickknacks or different things like that. I've spoke about this before. We are going to be doing $92. I don't even remember how I calculated this $92. But 20 plus 4 plus 24 plus 30 plus 14. Okay. So that we have money in there to just do little knickknacks. I think I talked about this before, that because we probably won't be going on the road a lot and stuff like that, I've just been always trying to make sure there are different activities and stuff outside for baby girl to enjoy without us leaving the house, especially right now when I'm just so tired and I don't feel good and stuff like that. Just having that like stuff so that she can play with and do all of the things. So we're not fully completing this, honestly, but I'm over this at this point. So we have $263 that's going to be going into that spending account, which makes me feel really good because that would be nice to have. And it's just that spending account is a free for all. So you spend whatever you want in it, on it, all of the things. It's for spending. So that is everything for our miscellaneous account, and we completed those 2 challenges as well. Now we are going to go to subscriptions, and let's see what we have going on over here. So first we're going to go to back to school. Now hear me out, y'all. Originally, I think back to school was to save like $500. That's for baby girl's tuition, buying like back to school clothes, just getting her prepped for all of the things, new like workbooks and stuff to work out of and things like that. But now that we're having a second child, back to school is also going to turn into some extra money to save for daycare, because daycare for 2 kids, honey, is not going to be cheap. So even though like I want to say pretty much once I complete this, I will be, sorry y'all, once I complete this, I will kind of have met my goal for like back to school. I'm still going to be saving in there, because even if I could save an extra $200-300 in back to school to go towards like that first daycare payment in like February, March, that would be amazing. So we're just going to be working through that. So we're going to be putting in $115, which is going to bring us to, catch your breath, girl, to $300. So we're going to do 20, 40, 60. Let me just do my math off to the side. It's 55. So 20. We'll do 15. And another 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 115. Okay, yeah. So that is where we are with this. So we'll be slow working on this, y'all. But we are doing good for back to school. So like if y'all are seeing some of this stuff, so the money I would have put towards like my debt and spending out of my miscellaneous account, now that extra money can now roll over to something like back to school. Next is going to be Christmas. I'm actually putting $160 because I had an extra dollar, but we're crossing off the 115. And so now in Christmas, we will have $179 for that. And we're still saving for Christmas, because we'll definitely have a full house for Christmas. Next is going to be HOA. And for HOA, we are going to be doing $50. So once I kind of, not cut off, but finish up some of those other things, I will have more money to put to, once again, something like HOA, because the goal, I know it's a weird goal, y'all, but the goal is to pretty much fully fund everything by the end of October, so that I don't have to worry about any like annual bills or anything like that for the rest of the year or for the beginning of the year until I have to go back to work. So that is kind of the goal. Next is going to be Love Every. And this is for baby girl's Love Every kit. That will also then get passed down to baby number 2. We are putting $50 into here. So we're just going to color in these. And this is actually going to be completed, although the actual Love Every is not fully funded just yet. We're at 183. Each set I did was 130 times 4. So each kit, because you get 1 per quarter. So for the whole year, it would have been $520 that we needed to save for the Love Every kit. We've already paid for 1. And then we already have saved up for another one. So we still needed about $260. We just added 50, so we only need $210, and this will be fully funded. So this is the next savings challenge we had, and this will give me $140. So almost about half of what I need to fully fund this, but I think we can definitely get there. So I have a Magic Month in May. So maybe I can get this taken care of, because some of these subscription stuff will be great to just check off my list. Sam's is already fully funded, so that money is just sitting down there. Next, we have Walmart, and this is for my Walmart Plus. And so we are going to be putting $87 into here, y'all. I know that's an off number, but that is what I just needed to come like fully fund this. So we're just going to be coloring 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, and here goes my 82. So that is perfect. We are fully funded, so I'm gonna just put on here like fully funded. Okay. So Walmart is fully funded. It's due in November, so don't have to worry about that. That money can just be sitting in savings and gaining interest. We have our vacation. Now, I don't know if we're gonna actually take one, but I figure that if we still save the money and we don't end up using it, we can either use it for something else or save up for us to go on a trip at a later date. But we definitely need to start getting out the house, y'all. We just start getting out the house. So it's getting $75, and we're currently at $391.97 for vacation. And that is it for subscriptions. We just have one more thing to stuff, and that is going to be our maternity leave / buffer / all of the things. So like I said, I had to use part of our 1 month ahead money to cover off our, what is it? Our escrow. So we only have half of that money now. And my original thought was I was already a month ahead, and so I was going to save up a little bit more money. So now I worked out some numbers and things like that. The goal is to do about $3,500. So that would bring me back to 1 month ahead plus an extra like $1,500. So that will actually work out fine for us. So that is the goal. So right now we added $60, which brings me to $140. So we're going to cross out this one and this one. And that was the money that went to that. And y'all, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family. And I will see you guys in the next one.